Good morning and welcome back to South Pass Wellness. I'm Althea. It's so good that you are joining me today. I have some things to share with you. Yesterday, I had an amazing experience. In our town, there is a bookstore that is closing, and they were one that took trades, so you would get credits and that kind of stuff, and you could buy books, whatever. Okay, so yesterday, I went there. I had went there the day before on Monday and got I don't know, 3 books that I was like, ooh, and 2 of them I actually ended up getting for free because I didn't realize that they were just they were on the markdown shelf already and they gave them to me for free, which was amazing. And so yesterday I went back because I was looking for a specific title or author for Ted because he wanted to read them books, and I had seen them in one of the pictures when they had posted some shelving to be sold. And so I went down there and was looking for them, and they didn't have any. But what I found, see that flower box right there? I found 1 or 2 more books that I was very, very excited about. And so one of the things I'm going to show you right now, because it is that cool. Never seen anything like it. Now, I've told you that I am a planner girl, right? Okay, so this is what it looks like. And inside, I thought this was so fascinating. Prayer tracker. So then on the daily, look at that. Look at all the different things that are in I thought that was so creative, honestly. So I was like, interesting. Things on my heart, guide me, teach me. Lord, I am grateful for. Application, prayer requests for myself, country, family, friends, community, and a couple of extra spots. And I thought this was so fascinating, and I apparently that's who it is by. So I don't know if you guys Golden Book. So apparently they're on Facebook, that kind of stuff. So, and then this is where the miracle happened. So I got my stack of books and I got up there to pay, and she was ringing them up and everything like that. And the total of my books was coming to like 100 and something, 60, almost getting close to the $200 mark. And this lady that was standing there, she was like, do you mind if I let her use some of my credits? And she's like, because I have a lot of them and I don't think I'm going to get them all used before the store actually closes. And the lady was like, okay, let me look. And so they looked up the name, and the woman had a $176 credit. So I ended up paying $50. I was so inspired. It was so nice of her to be able to do that for me. And I was just so amazed. I mean, honestly, so then I told her, I said, I told her about this group that we do on YouTube and how we're doing a personal growth challenge. And so if she gets the opportunity, then by all means, please. And so I hope that if she is watching today, thank you again. Because, I had been thinking about okay, we're getting ready for the new year. What kind of challenges do I want? And guess what I found? I found a little collection that I had never heard of before. I mean, I'd heard of it, but I'd never really paid attention to it until yesterday. And so I was able to get all them books, and I believe that that is going to be part of a challenge for 2026. And so I am so very excited about that and everything. I just am so excited. And so, of course, Monday was payday, so we're going to give you a little update. Monday was payday, so I went and got my $100 cash so that I can stuff it in my little thing, because that's important. We're still building on this stuff, so I'm going to do that as we're talking, because it is important that when we're doing goals that we keep on them. And I was reading this morning in my book, Enthusiasm Makes All the Difference, which, I just am so thankful for that book. They talked in there today about how, we get to decide every day what the day is going to be like, whether it's going to be good or bad. And my household, I will tell you, I automatically sit there and every morning I announce, today is going to be a great day. I announce that because, number one, I think it is important. Number two, okay, we got all of that in there. Yay! Number two, I think it is important that you set your intention for the day, which brings us to today's topic of, how do we set the intention to keep going forward? This enthusiasm book has really been kind of opening my eyes to the different things and our different intentions and the way we set them. And he talks about how, there are people that when they start going through their job and they start doing their everyday things, that the motivation for enthusiasm just disappears. And I think that is one of the biggest things that happens to a lot of us. And we're like, how did we find that? How did we lose that? Where did it go? How do we get it back? Well, one is that we work together. We help inspire each other. We help encourage each other to keep going forward and to be enthusiastic about the day. Now, there are some days that are going to be struggling. That's just part of life. And how we handle that is really up to us. He was talking about in this book how our character, our personality is part of how we view the world, and then the other part of it is how we react to the world. So together, those two things make our personality, how we do things in the world and how we react to things in the world. And which are both things that we can control. We can control how we act and interact with other people, and we can also control how we react to things and other people in our world. And so being able to set the intention of today is going to be a great day, that helps us decide that we're moving forward regardless of what's going on. Being able to be where you can acknowledge, these are my intentions, this is what I want to do, then that allows for, other stuff to be able to happen and kind of open this experience. One thing that I've noticed about myself, and I don't know if you guys notice this about yourselves, if you do, list it in the comments and let's get some comments going on, is that I am definitely more ambitious in the morning than I am later on in the day. And so knowing this about myself and doing this challenge, one of the things that I am working diligently towards is getting as much done in the mornings as I can, so that in the afternoon when I start going down and start to relax for the evening or whatever, that number one, I have accomplished my goals that I've set out to do. Number two, that I am planning for the next day of things that need to be done when I get up. And number three is to honestly feel good about what I've been able to accomplish. Now, there's been a couple of, yesterday afternoon, even though yesterday morning was amazing and I had this great experience, by yesterday afternoon I was about oh great, now I got to figure out what's for dinner. One thing that I have not done is get my meal plans. I know what we're having for Christmas dinner. That. And so now it's okay, let's get busy and get some things that I wanted to accomplish accomplished. Now, one of the other things that's going to be happening is of course, we've talked about the exercise portion, right? So I told you that I was going to be increasing my walking time by 5 minutes, and being able to do the decapane. And so with that, yesterday I got onto ChatGPT. I call Wyatt. So Wyatt and I discussed back and forth, which we'll be finishing up the conversation today, about how to implement a little bit more activity throughout my day. I have noticed that one of the things that happens is my energy starts to run low in the afternoon, therefore less gets done. But I would like to start working through that to have a productive day, and that kind of thing. And so I'll be working with Wyatt, and we'll be coming up with a plan that I can start implementing today and then start progressing. Of course, the exercise programs are only going to be Monday through Friday. That's my choice. Some people are like, I got to do it every day, and that's fine. You got to do it every day. You got to do it every day. Be excited about it. And so with that, that's where we're at today, is we're accomplishing, we're remembering that we have to be able to set our intention and be able to really identify what we're going to be able to do today, and also keep it realistic so that I don't lose my enthusiasm throughout the day. And then remembering that I can get it back if I need. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll be back tomorrow with our next challenge video. And I am excited. Yes, very excited. Now, of course, please make sure that you share this with a friend. And, post in the comments what you got going on. I'd love to hear about it. And I would love to encourage your success. So until tomorrow, have a great day.